Welcome to the DJN TV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at djntv.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Welcome, everybody. Today is June 1. Can you believe it? Where's the year gone?
Oh, yeah.
June 1st, 2026. I can't believe it. Time. You guys agree? We can all agree on one thing. The older we get, the faster time flies. You guys agree with that?
100%.
Yeah.
It's like slow down. Is it tomorrow already?
Yeah.
Scary.
Right?
I mean, we're only 6 months away from Thanksgiving.
I didn't even want to talk about that yet, but yeah.
Get my turkey ordered.
I'm still waiting for my barbecues. Okay? Yeah.
My cranberries, you know?
Oh, the cranberries and the and broccoli on pizza.
Broccoli.
Yum. Ugh, broccoli. Yeah. Oh. Why you come here for pizza? No. We have broccoli and beef. No pizza. No. Anyway, well, sorry. Kevin and I are both going through some coughing fits. We don't know what's going on, but in fact, Richie Rich is in the house. He's going through some allergies.
Yes.
It's going around, folks.
Yes.
So bear with us.
Yes.
I'm the only normal one.
That's very scary, by the way.
Sure you are.
I'd be frightened if I were you watching right now. If he's the only normal one. But let's get this right out of the way. I want to thank DJEventPlanner.com for sponsoring this nonsense. Matt, what's that affiliated
It
link
is
that you
nonsense.
use on Amazon? What's that affiliated link that
we got www.djntv.com/Amazon.
before you order? It helps keep us on the air. Please use that link. You're not going to get any discounts or anything. Don't expect that. But
Make sure it's
it helps keep us on the air, and you're going to see the same product you would if you just went to plain old Amazon.com. Doesn't DJNTV sound better in front of Amazon? I think it does.
Oh,
You know?
what a partnership.
We did many shows on us in the past.
Makes me want to
about
go and watch Casablanca now. This
We've
could be the
done
start of
many
a
shows.
beautiful relationship.
in the past of what you can find on Amazon, but if you're a DJ, and not just DJ, but you name it, you can find it on Amazon.
For sure.
I love Amazon. You know why I love Amazon? I don't have to get in my car. I go online on my phone, and it's here the next day if I have Prime.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
check out that link, guys. It's great. Amazon is really been they're great. So check them out.
Yeah.
Tonight we're gonna go a different route. Normally we jump right into the KJ. And if you're out there watching, you're a KJ, you're just learning, you want to get ideas from us, don't bother. We ain't got nothing. Just kidding. We've done many shows. We haven't been here for about a year and a half now for nothing. And we appreciate you watching. Leave comments down below like you have in the past. Let us know what you want us to talk about, you know?
Yeah, we are coming up on a year and a half now. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like I said, time flies.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I want to welcome DJ Richie Rich out in Nashua, New Hampshire tonight. Welcome, Rich.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Nice to see you
We got
guys. Matt, Kevin, Eric, thank you for
no,
having
thank you.
me.
No, thank you for being here. LL Cool K. Don't
Nice.
call it a comeback. I've been here for a year and a half, right? He's in the house. Kevin, welcome,
Boy,
man.
he washed his
Hello,
hands.
hello, hello.
Did he? Let me see.
Yeah, the other day he posted a picture. I got dirty hands. I don't know what he was
Flip them.
doing, but
No, I want to see the back. No, let me see the top.
No ring
Oh,
on it.
those are nice. Those are
ooh,
nice.
No ring on it.
Very nice. Yep, nice. I don't want to see your neck because
wow. He
that's a
could go and
different
perform
story. But
surgery with such clean hands now.
I'm sterile. I'm sterile.
Yeah.
Matthew Shun,
Yes, sir.
all the way out there in Minnesota. How are
Yes,
you,
sir.
my friend?
Yeah, not too bad. Things are good.
You know,
Well, let's,
this whole karaoke thing, but there's a lot of ups and downs, right, guys? Like with gigs, shows, patrons who don't want to order drinks, they don't want to eat, they don't want to. I don't care if you don't drink alcohol, but order a soda and food.
Right.
But we're gonna get into the. I want to know from each one of you. We're gonna start with Rich. Rich, I believe we're all a DJ before a KJ. Is that so for you, Rich?
Yes.
What? You didn't just wake up one day and say, "Man, I want to be a DJ," did you? Or did you? How did it come about?
No, I would I would play music for like family members when we had just like family parties, things and that, that type of stuff.
I
My
see where you're
first
going there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my first actual gig, I was kind of thrown into the fire, if you will. It was my, well, now my ex-wife, my son's mother, my ex-wife's cousin. He got married. That was my actual first gig, was a wedding. So, it was, nobody was expecting anything. I think I literally charged him like $300, you know.
What were you using for equipment? Do you remember? Oh,
Oh man,
and music.
that's a
Yeah.
great question.
Hmm.
Well, I was running a laptop, and then I think what was
A
I?
laptop.
Yeah.
What year are we talking then?
Well, let's see. So you're talking 98,
Well, okay. Uh,
98
all right.
maybe.
Okay.
So it
All
wasn't a
right.
high
So
end one. It
so
wasn't
you
a
got a
high end.
late start
Yeah.
into
Yes.
so you were
Yes.
already digital basically and
Yep.
okay. Yeah.
Yep. And then let's see, I had two Gemini CD players,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and speakers. Oh man, I don't even know. It might have been the Behringer. I
Mm.
think they were
Okay.
Behringers, if I'm not mistaken. So just very basic, plain, and did the wedding, and I was nervous as heck.
Aren't
Even
we
though,
all? Yeah.
yes, yes,
30 years later, 30 plus years later, I'm still nervous at every
yeah.
wedding.
Ev-
It don't get easier. It don't.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. So that's how it started, just basically to your question, playing music and for our family parties and parties with friends, things like that. And
Nice.
and then just along the way, I know you had mentioned, and transitioned into karaoke and
We're
karaoke.
gonna get to
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
part B.
yep. But that's how it started.
You'll be the first when we get back into that. I want to go and
Sounds good. Yep.
right.
Sure.
So, Kevin, what made you start? What you didn't wake up one day and say, "Oh, I want to be a DJ," did you? What happened?
well, I had a family member that graduated high school clear back in '76, and he got into it. And I didn't really get to hang around him because our age difference, and I wasn't really of age to be going out at that point in time. So he worked some local bar club situations, grew bigger, worked in the bigger cities, and went clear up to the Detroit area. And by then I was of age, and so I knew what he was doing. Sounded sort of interesting. He came back home to do more of the wedding scene and that kind of stuff, parties and stuff like that, versus a club situation. So I started going out with him for those events and started working with a company that he was also associated with. And sort of from there, just sort of snowballed into, hey, this is fun. Let's go beyond just being a helper or, making musical selections to doing it all by myself.
Now, did you say that was your uncle? Because I already knew it was your
Yes.
uncle.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was my
yeah.
uncle. He was the youngest of brothers. So he didn't like the factory life that the other ones had grown accustomed to, and wanted to do something more enjoyable with his life.
Now,
So
may I ask, was your uncle supportive of you going off on your own? And did he help you
uh
about?
yeah, I mean, as far as, gear and stuff like that, no, didn't really help with that.
Right, right.
The actual he wasn't like, oh yeah, so he in the past has said, yeah, I got my nephew here, got him involved in it, from hanging out with me. So I guess maybe he takes pride in the fact that I started getting into it. So
Hmm, very nice. Yeah. I mean, it's cool how we all kind of get into it, right? You must have
yeah.
had a love for it, just like Rich. He had a love for it.
Yeah, I
You know,
always
like,
grew up with the sound system. It was
hmm,
nice, and enjoyed. I was more of a top 40 kind of pop kind of thing. Even though I lived in the
hmm.
country and grew up on the farm, everybody for some reason assumes, well, you got to like country music, and it's like, not really. I liked what I liked, and that's what I sort of, me and my friend, when we went down to live on campus, well, off campus on at Ohio State, we like to visit some of the music stores down there. There was a big one that was in our area called Camelot that we enjoyed. So that was our fun thing to do, is go music shopping.
And I'm assuming back then it was just all vinyl, right?
No, in college it was CDs and
Eight
tapes.
tracks.
Well, no, no,
No, I'm kidding. I'm
no,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not
A-
that
AKA
old.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
Not
you
that
know, I
old.
think I think first and foremost for all of us, first of all, you had to have a love for music.
Hmm.
And not just music, but all genres. Really.
Hmm.
To
Yeah, yeah.
if Matt, what's your story?
It's true. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's not called music shopping. It's called either crate digging or crate diving,
Well,
that
I
kind of
think
thing.
that's more
I didn't.
today's technology.
Yeah.
But
I didn't see no
So,
crates in the
yeah,
store. There were just,
yeah.
well,
just.
Well, that's how us older DJs carried our records around. We're in
absolutely.
big crates, right?
Oh yeah.
And I
I
think
a
that's
No,
what Matt's gonna get into right now,
that's
if I
that
little
believe.
bit,
vinyl
a little
thing.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
vinyl, right?
uh, yeah. I grew up with records around the house like all the time. My parents were playing music all the time. They had one of those big. This is back in the '70s. They had one of those big
Wood
pieces of furniture, like
cabinets.
a console thing that was a
Yeah,
stereo.
and you open the top, right?
Yep. And
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was a record player in there, and the
yeah.
speakers were built into it, and whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, so
Those things sounded great though, didn't they?
they did.
Honestly.
They really
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, music was always around as I was growing up.
Yeah.
And so yeah, my dad was a big Dolly Parton fan. My mom was a big Anne Murray fan. My dad was a big Anne
Of
Murray
course,
fan.
Dad was a Dolly Parton fan.
Oh,
I
of
can give
course.
you two reasons,
Yeah.
but
And then oh, and then mom is a huge Barry Manilow fan.
And
But
and God bless Barry Manilow. We were talking about him earlier,
yeah, we
and
were.
I wish him the best of luck in his
Yep.
retirement or whatever it may be. But
Yeah, whatever happens, yeah. Um, but yeah, so like I said, grew up with music around all the time, and uh, I had, then I went and got my own stereo system for my bedroom or whatever, and I was constantly in my room, like, listening to music all the time, like whatever,
I'll
and
be honest. Your first stereo system in your bedroom, was it a receiver, cassette deck, maybe a turntable
it was
on
one of
top?
those rack systems.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
those
yeah.
80s
Okay.
rack
Well,
systems?
yeah.
So I think it was
Was it all in one or separate components?
yeah, it was a great big like box thing. The record player was
Right,
on the
right,
top,
right.
and
Yeah.
then there was like an equalizer on it and stuff, and
And
then
it
the
was in this thing with wheels, right? You can move it
dual
around
cassette.
maybe
Yeah,
or no.
dual. It was a dual
Yeah, yeah.
cassette, and then eventually the CD players came out, so I had to buy a separate CD player and connect that into the rack system or whatever. So that eventually came about. But yeah, so then I went to school for well, actually, I started off going to college. Like I actually got accepted to the University of Minnesota, and I was taking a bunch of gen ed classes or whatever. So it's like basically taking like high school classes all over again. So I'm
Oof.
like, this sucks. Uh, I've been here for like 2 semesters or whatever, and I feel like I'm in high school all over again. So I dropped out of that, and then I decided that music was my main love, and decided to go into radio TV broadcasting program at our local, um, like it was like a community college, I guess, kind of. It's like a trade school.
Hmm.
Um, And then while I was doing that, then I was working as a in-house DJ for sports bars. But before that, actually started out as I got trained in as a wedding DJ, going around
Nice.
shadowing uh, at first, and then eventually I got to break off on my own and do that. So, but then I got tired of like
Awesome.
the hauling around of equipment and all that stuff. That's how I got into the sports bar thing, and I did that for quite a while.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you, Matt.
So
I'm going to share a picture of me back in the day.
sure.
Here I am. This is where I got my start. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's back when I had hair
Look at that
on the
hair.
left. Yeah, yeah. And as you can see, we have two cassette decks, two turntables. CDs weren't even a thing at this point. Cassettes were just starting to come alive.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's back when I first started. I believe I was maybe 13
Yeah.
in that picture.
Is that Eric Nurnberg or is that Rick Springfield? I
That's
can't.
me. No, that's me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I wish that I had Kevin's girl. I do, but no. How I got my start, I've always had a love for music, and much like Rich, much like Matt, Kevin, it's in you or it's not the music. You know what I mean? Really. Some people can care less about music. Turn that down. Turn that radio off. Not me. I was in my living room every Sunday listening to Casey Kasem, the
Oh
countdown.
yeah.
And God, I wanted to be like Casey so bad. You know,
Mm.
I just loved I fell in love with that whole concept. So
Yep.
I'm going to give you a quick description. My mom and dad were separated.
Yep.
I lived with my mom. So I'm 12 years old, and she said, your father's down at McCullough's Bar on Middlesex Street in Lowell, and we live right around the corner. I don't know why I'm giving you street names, but you guys don't know. But she goes, go down and tell dad I need $10. I said, all right. So I walk in, and of course, my father, the drunk, it's my son, my son. I'm like, yeah, yeah, ma needs $10. And then all of a sudden, the corner of my eye, that picture I just showed you was Steve Lamb.
Okay.
He is up there on stage playing records. And I'm like, I'll talk to you later, Dad. Ran up to this guy. Before the end of the night, I'm putting records away for this guy, you know? And he says, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I said, "Nothing. I'm 12 years old. It was summertime, you know?"
Mm.
He goes, "Well,
Nothing. I'm
he
12
goes,
years old.
yeah, right. It's like nothing." He goes, "I have a wedding." And it was out in Westford, Mass, which again means nothing to you guys. But I'm going to say it anyway in case somebody viewing knows.
Mhm.
Uh, he goes, "Would you mind being my assistant? I can see you love this, you know, and I want to take you under my wing and show you, you know." I said, "Okay, well, give me a ride home. I'll ask my mother." Now here it is, 11 o'clock at night. My mother's still up, smoking her cigarettes, watching Johnny Carson or whatever, you
Waiting
know.
for $10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and the $10. And I don't even know if I got the 10 off my father.
Yeah.
I was so excited. But anyway, so I bring this stranger into my house, and my mother goes, "What's going on?" I said, "This is Steve. He's a DJ." And then he took over the whole conversation. "Your son has a passion for music. He's been with me half the night with his father there. And I'd like to take him under my wing and show him the ropes, and he'll get $20 a night just for, helping me load in, learn, and then I'll bring him home and back and forth, you know?"
Yeah.
So that's how I started. And
$20 a
my
night
mom,
to a 12-year-old. That's
that was a lot
That was
of
a
money.
lot. Yeah.
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 Really, that was a lot. But I remember I was 14 and I brought my older brother Kurt tickets to go see Jay Giles band. Now talk about funny, right? I mean, that we're going way back. They were performing in the city of Lowell at this place called Mr. C's. And I bought him a pair of tickets for his birthday to go see because he loved Jay Giles.
Hmm.
But I did that with the 20 a night. This guy, I'll tell you what, he was booked solid. He would do Friday night, two on Saturdays, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then one on Sunday. Christmas time, 7 days a week.
Ooh.
He kept me busy, busy, you know. And then it went into where he started doing video for weddings, and then I would supervise the staff for video, or
Yeah.
we'd all take turns. But I'll tell
Yeah.
you, Steve Lamb, he deserves all the credit for where I'm at today. But it
Seven
was
days a
a
week at 20
passion.
bucks a night. That's $140 a week for a 12-year-old. That's,
Well,
you know,
I was probably 13 or 14 at that point,
okay.
because
Still,
it was building, right. Yeah, it was great money. And I'm like,
yeah.
this is what I want to do. When you're behind your table, back then it's not a booth, you're in a room, a venue,
Mm.
and you're watching these people dance and having fun. I looked out and I said, this is where I need to be. This is what I want to do. Watching people enjoy themselves with every drop of that needle. Back then it was vinyl.
Yep.
And I knew at that moment, this is what I need to do. And then years later, I get into radio and whatever. But Potby, I hope
And
you guys
and
all enjoyed.
the money was great, but you probably didn't even really care about that so much. You were just so in your element,
No,
you know?
I was more into what I was learning each
Right.
day. This
Yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
taught me so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. The pay was the icing on the
there's one thing that always stuck in my head with this guy, right? Remember back you'd have RCA cables, the red and white?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the way he taught me. Red is right.
Yep.
White is left. So I go la white, red and la white. you make it make sense, right? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah. But anyway, so Rich, back
yeah.
to you.
Uh-huh.
So now you're a DJ. You've gone out there, you've done things. And what made you want to transition to a KJ? This is the because really that's what this show's about is KJ. But
Yep.
I wanted to stop in the beginning. And what made you become the KJ that you are now? Or
Well, going once I got into the karaoke world, and going and just singing and seeing how the DJ does his part, but also how fun it is, right? It's fun. It's not everybody goes there because they think they're going to get a record deal, even if they're a super great singer, right? Somebody could be really not good at all, but it makes their day to go up there and sing a song, you know? But also, I would go to a lot of your shows, Eric, obviously, and I would tell you that I have a love for this, and this is something that I want to try. And you said, okay, well, hang with me a couple of times and let me see what you can do and this and that. And that's so your story hit me right now while you were saying that, like, I kind of see like how Steve Lamb hit you. You hit me. That's how you hit my heart in the karaoke way.
it's called planting seeds,
Right.
basically.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And seeing that, and I told you I wanted to give it a try, and you told me what I needed to do, and off I went.
Yeah.
And I could say, to this day that, some people, as us in here know, not, we don't need to call out names or anything. Some people in, us in here know they don't give KJs enough credit. There's a lot of work to it. It's a lot of fun as a DJ to be a KJ, but it's work. You got to stay on top
That's
of it.
another show
Yep.
entirely. And I do want to
Yeah.
get into depth with that maybe
Yep.
next week.
Yep.
Thank you, Rich. Kevin. Because I'm sorry,
No,
we're
no,
on a
yeah.
kind of
Yep.
a
Yep.
time
Yep.
limit.
Yep.
But Kevin, what made you transition, or what? Maybe it was just I don't know. Explain it. Like,
Well, my uncle again, who was a DJ, was also collecting karaoke discs back when that was the way. And so we would have family get-togethers in summertime and we would do karaoke. And he was doing it at some bars, not consistently all the time, but he was at a residence here and there, popping in. So I had been there to see it, but at that point in time, I didn't like all the production you had to do with the books and the cross referencing with the artist and then cross referencing with the titles. And it's like, that looks like something I don't want to do. So I wasn't really into it at that point. More recently, some of the DJs like yourself that were doing KJing, it's like, oh, okay. And, I sort of was on the lookout for venues to actually first start doing trivia. And one of the bars reached back out to me, but they were wanting to do karaoke. So from there, it's like, yeah, I guess pretty much most everything I have, I already got that I need. So yeah, the only thing lacking was at that point in time sort of the music. So that was remedied, and so from there I've been doing it. Not exclusively. I still primarily, in the warm weather, more of weddings, fairs, festivals, parties. Karaoke is more of a sort of fill in, at this point in time.
kind of a hobby, right?
Yeah,
Because you're
yeah,
focusing a lot more these days on private events, and
yeah,
and
yeah,
obviously those pay more. Let's be
yeah,
honest. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's sort of how I ended up sort of just because one venue asked, it's like, okay, so and I do have a good time. I will tell you this, I do have a more enjoyable time hosting than because I don't sing. but I like
Mhm.
to have the witty banter and, keep active and, fill in with songs. So I enjoy the hosting. If I'm just going to watch, I always watch with a critical eye. So it's like, well, that's sort of a bad setup, or they got the microphone named in the wrong spot. So I'm always analyzing.
Yeah,
And
which can be good and bad too.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And then there's some nights where the music is just not my jam. So those are the ones that's like sort of like, out there participating or, showing support for someone else. And so those are the nights where, I have good nights and bad nights as far as enjoyment level. So
But Kevin, like when you say you just go and you observe and you see like it's a bad setup, you don't go up to this guy and say you shouldn't do this or do this or that, right?
no, I do say, hey, if you ever want to watch a show about KJs, I sit in on the show. So I do I do I do throw it out there if they want to watch a show or if they got any questions or
Right.
anything, sit on in here, and or just if they want to watch some of the pre-record or the ones we've already done, I throw that out there
No,
to them.
but I brought that up just for a reason. So that a lot of new KJs in the business watch our YouTubes, and
Hmm.
if you do go out like Kevin did and notice somebody's bad setup or notice that something was not like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Keep it to yourself. Just make sure you do it the way that you want to do it and
Yeah.
stay away from these bad habits that others may have because it's
Yeah.
don't even mention
Well,
it because it's going to start a war, you know?
well, that's the other
You
thing
be
is you
you.
don't
Yeah,
know you don't know whether they're going to be supportive of your feedback because
right.
you've been in the DJ realm, because the DJ realm basically educates you on how to do KJ
Hmm.
as far as setup, right, wrong, sound production, presentation. It all ties together. And if you have the experience as a DJ, it translates over to KJ. So those people should know right from wrong. Now, people who are just jumping in, it's like, I'm a DJ, I'm a KJ.
Well,
You
yeah,
go, oh, yeah. How long you been doing it? 3 months, a year? Oh, okay. You
yeah.
know,
Well,
so it's,
that's the difference between
mm,
us four right now in this room. We started somewhere and
yeah.
long before, you know.
And you know what? Another thing that's important when you're starting out, and I don't want to push this, but I think with Eric, me, Rich, I know got feedback from Eric. Matt, you're a loner, so we can't do anything with you.
Poor Matt.
but
Yeah, yeah.
but it's best if you can learn from someone who has experience, because you learn immediately. Your learning curve is a lot quicker because you know what to do, what not to do, spreading out the speaker legs, sound, hooking up things. You become a lot better a lot quicker when you work with someone versus like, yeah, I'm just going to go out and try this.
Before I get to Matt, much to what you just said, Kevin, when you're learning from someone who I forget how you worded it, just someone who's
Experienced,
been out there,
knowledgeable.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. Here's the key to that. When someone who's experienced and they're trying to explain something, sometimes this person who's trying to learn does not understand completely why you're saying what you're saying, you
Yeah.
know? Or they're like, well, I've been doing it this way and it works. Okay, but this is
Yeah.
why this is happening. Even though that works, there's a
Yeah.
reason why this thing is happening.
Yeah.
So it's like a puzzle. Seriously. Karaoke is like a puzzle, and you got to make sure all those pieces are in place, or it's not going to be smooth. Did I word that right, guys? It's just
Yep.
if you've got an empty piece in that puzzle, yes, some things are gonna work, and then you're gonna have a big hiccup during the night, and it's gonna cause you embarrassment, your singer embarrassment. Just make sure all your ducks are in a row before you. Matt, finally,
Yeah.
how did you become?
Okay, so after I got tired of the whole wedding DJ thing and hauling all the equipment around and making peanuts, I decided to go into the sports bar realm and be an in-house DJ, and that's where I first got exposed to karaoke. And that's where they had the two Pioneer laser disc players, and we were going back and forth between, so when somebody's up there singing a song, you're loading the other laser disc into the other player, and
Now explain to everybody what these lasers. They're the size
like
of an
an
album, but
LP.
heavier, right? But
Yep, and
heavier. That,
it's like an LP size CD.
yeah, those
They're
are
huge.
Pioneer discs. Yeah.
Yep, and the players run super slow. It's like you hit that eject button to put, like you're putting a CD in. When you put a CD in, you hit that button to close it or whatever, and it's super quick. With this, it was like, and
But it did
I
have a
had to
beam.
search for the
It was
song.
much like a CD player with a beam, I believe, right? It
Yeah,
wasn't a
yeah.
needle on
Laser.
it or right,
A
Right,
right.
right.
laser
Yeah.
disc. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So, and then I got
I just
transferred to
wanted
an.
to clear that up for
Yep.
people who, yeah.
Then I got transferred to another bar of the same company, just in a different location, and I worked at that one for 5 years. And we had karaoke. I believe it was on Sundays, and so that's where the addiction began. And then, like the mid '90s came along, and so this was like '91 when I first got exposed to it. About 95, 96 was when I quit working for them, and then I started working for another bar or whatever. But I would go around to other karaoke shows as a singer because I had the addiction, like all singers do, and I had my places that I hit up every, like each night of the week or whatever. And at one of these places, there was a really good buddy of mine that was running it, and he's like, "You're a DJ," and I'm like, "Yeah," and you sing. I'm like, "Yeah." So he says, "Well, why not combine the two? You can have best of both worlds, And I'm
That's
like,
really what it's about, but
you know,
kind of, yeah.
and he was running this big, and at the time, I mean, I know how to work it now, but at the time, I was like really intimidated by this big Yamaha board that had like all these knobs on it or whatever, and I'm just like, you know,
And half
it,
those knobs you don't even need to
yeah, you don't
touch,
even
by the
touch
way.
them.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
right.
yep.
Matt, real quick, when you used to go to the shows to sing right before you DJ,
Yeah,
did you just drink water? Just asking.
no,
Okay.
no, I was an MGD guy actually. I used to, I was, I drank back in those days. Yeah, so, but anyway.
Anyway,
Fast forward.
So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So then '99 comes along, and then and this is when I got married for the first time. I'm working at a car dealership as a runner. I'm not doing anything as far as music related goes or whatever. And this job sucks. I hate it. I want to get into music again. And so then we decided to start looking into me getting into the karaoke thing. And that's when I started working for this other
Wow.
guy.
Wow. So you took a whole break from the music scene,
Little
trying to do
bit.
something else, right?
Yeah,
But again, now this is what I say. It's in your blood. You follow your
it
heart,
is.
right, guys? This is what we do. Go
Yep.
ahead. Yeah.
So I'm not a loner. I was actually trained in by this guy for about 3 years. And yeah, so I worked for him for about 3 years, and then broke away from him and partnered with these two other guys. And we had a partnership for probably about, I don't know, maybe like a year or two, something like that, whatever. 2004 was when I finally broke off on my own, and I've been doing it ever since.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you guys, really, for sharing your stories. Because I think I wonder these new guys who they may have similar stories than like we do. Why they interested in doing KJ, or they just may be somebody who won $500 on a scratch ticket and said, "I'm getting two speakers and I'm going to be a KJ with Spotify or what you look." They're out there.
Yeah.
I
They
don't.
are
I honestly, I don't knock those guys. I don't. I know my system was much better than what they're trying to run, and so be it. Who am I to knock what they're trying to do? Because you
Yep.
know why? Nobody, and I think we can all say the same thing. Nobody ever knocked what we were trying to do when we were doing it. Am I wrong?
true.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
So
Yep.
and
it's just weird how,
we all had a starting point, and
Yep.
yeah,
we all started off with stuff that wasn't like the highest quality or whatever, but we made it work.
Yep.
yeah.
You know,
Yep.
So in closing, we 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 we're not here to judge. None of us should be judging anybody. Take a look at where we started from. We started from nothing. And guys, we brought it all with us here tonight, right?
Yep.
We still got nothing. And we're having fun and we're loving it, right?
Yep.
So until next week, look, God bless you guys. Leave comments below. I hope to see you guys here next week. Rich, thanks for popping in.
Thank you, guys.
Kevin,
Nice to see
Matt,
you.
love you guys.